soon. We're not starting soon anymore. We're starting now. So, everyone, all our adoring fans, welcome to another episode of Pokemon X and Y? Question mark. This week we are doing a special themed episode. It's very timely, as you can tell from the title of the stream. It's a bit romantic, it's a bit alluring, it's a bit saucy, it's a bit sexual.
Controversial and brave.
It's a bit controversial and brave. And why would you say something like that?
Also bold.
It's very bold, extremely bold. We are, of course, talking about a Pokemon that I can't pronounce. Alomomola.
I think it's Alamomola. It's like Alahamora is the only way that I've been doing it.
That's a much better way of saying it because I feel like I have to sound out each syllable because otherwise I'm going to say mo too many times. Like, Alomomola. That's it.
Alamomola.
Alomomola.
I've also been saying aloe vera as well. So should we jump into it?
Yeah.
You might be able to tell that my mic is a bit better this time because it's actually recording from my Blue Yeti microphone.
The new and improved.
On my headset. And I also have the Twitch chat up. So if you want to say hello to me, I can read it now.
You won't have to relay on the information via me.
Yeah, if you're so inclined. However, I will have to relay to you for the slides.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
But that is a fine consolation.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at work a little bit. Someone's like, yep, next slide, please. Like someone's up there giving a presentation, and there's some lackey like sitting there tapping the laptop.
Well, this is my job.
Yeah.
I live off Twitch donations, so I'm very poor.
Yes, please donate to our PayPal account.
Donates. We're not doing any of that Patreon shit. Just straight to PayPal.
I don't give a fuck about like your ongoing support. I just want fat dollars in my PayPal account.
I have a private PayPal account that's hosted in the Cayman Islands somewhere. Can you do that? I don't think so. Anyway, so I might ask you already to skip to the next slide.
All right. Oh.
So, I can see which slide you're up to now, which is cool. So obviously, we're doing a Valentine's Day sort of thing because it's Valentine's Day on Thursday or whatever. Webcams are frozen. The Twitch stream.
Oh, really?
Are we moving now?
Yeah, it says I dropped a handful of frames on the old OBS.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the webcam's frozen, but the other input is still okay. And I don't know. Continue on. I'll work on it.
Okay. So you might be thinking it's a bit of a gimme to Love Disc, but I actually think Love Disc is okay. Like, it's not the best. I would say it's like a 2 out of 5 on the PXY scale.
It's a 2 out of 5.
That's a out of 5 rating. But like, it doesn't have my eyes to look at, and I think that is a big plus, especially when you compare it to Alohomora.
Alohomora.
Alohomora. Yeah, it's pretty basic, but also there's a bit of a connection because people thought that the two would evolve, or Love Disc would evolve into Alamomola or Areola before reveal. So let's get stuck into it, shall we? Do you want to go to the next slide?
All right. This is a motion shot.
This is a motion shot. So off the bat, Alamomola is a palindrome, which I don't know. It's not really, it's there. It's cool.
It's a nice little feature.
It's a plus. It's a 0.1 onto its already 1 rating. So I'll give it a 1.1. Spoiler. I'm very disappointed by as well because it's from my beloved Generation 5, which if you've ever watched the stream before, you'll know that I love Gen 5. And Gen 5 is my fave. And also, when I was looking into it a little bit, I realized that alamamamamama, like, it's like trying to be the fish version of Chan. Like, it's got a whole element of healing and stuff like that. So the comparison to like sort of looking a little bit like a love heart is on purpose. However, it's based but it's based on a ocean sunfish, which I've got some pictures of. Which
I can see them there. Do you want to go to them now?
No.
All right, keep that one. Keep them in suspense. Keep them waiting for more.
This is like the introduction to my essay. I'm just covering off all the topics that will be discussed later on. So it's two fins on the side there. You can see it a little bit better because of the angle that it's on. They're supposed to be like hands, and you might sense a little bit of a theme in all the Pokemon that I've been choosing. They all have weird hands.
They do.
Binnacle had a weird hand thing going on.
Binnacle had the weirdest fucking hand.
Yeah.
Or Binacle, as I think we agreed.
Oh yeah, sorry. But whatever. I don't care. Scum. So it's supposed to look like hands. And I never thought I'd say this, but it's just too much pink.
Too much pink. Bold call.
There's two different shades of pink, and its entire body is just pink, and it makes it look like a weird growth or tumor, as I expressed in my personal blog post 9 Pokemon that hurt my eyes.
I keep bringing up. It does look to me like something that, like, if I was to have something cut out of me, like an organ or something, this is just sort of what it would look like, because it's kind of blobby with bits on it. And it's pink, which I assume all my organs are.
Yeah, well, we're both doctors, so
we are.
Pokemon doctors.
Oh, Pokemon doctors.
So the reason I keep bringing up that article, by the way, it's not like it's a popular article, but it was fun to write. But I think, but that
a bit of self-promotion.
That article inspired a presentation that I gave to a bunch of our friends, and that presentation inspired this Twitch show. So that's why I keep bringing it up.
Yes, I do fondly remember that presentation.
We'll talk about it at some point. Maybe I'll try to reenact it for the Twitch.
That would be hilarious. I definitely think we should do that.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that before, but I will do it. A lot of mysteries, a lot of hype.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a little bit of it. Someone subscribed.
Someone has.
Is that true?
Oh yeah, we've been gifted. Type exclamation mark claim to activate. I'm not a Twitch expert. It sounds kind of like a scam.
Yeah, that sounds like a scam.
But I don't want to. I don't want to scare Filthy Nicker away. So thank you if yes, and sorry if no. We also have a viewer Rip Life as well. Hello to you.
Hello. So, what was I talking about? Oh, the hands.
Give him the hands.
So the idea is that, so I was talking about it being like Chansey, like a healing Pokemon of the sea. I'm going to hold up my hands for the entire show as well.
Oh yeah. Can you sort of just attach them a bit like this? Like this? Hi, I'm Aloha. I'm Alohomora.
I am a growth. Clip that.
Clip that.
I want to say that. So it grabs Pokemon by its little hand things from the side, which I guess isn't the best.
Actually?
Yeah, so it grabs them.
Okay.
And then it heals them in its hand fins. Like this.
Does it?
Yeah.
It sounds
not in game. In law.
Okay. But still.
See, this is the benefit of having face cams and being on Twitch.
Being able to articulate what you mean by having some sort of hand grabby motion. And then what, does it just kiss them better or something? I suppose its face is like this, so it's more like...
It doesn't kiss them. Okay. It uses a special membrane that envelops its entire body to heal them. Which sounds sort of sweet, but it reminds me of those frogs that give birth out their back.
Oh, and they can breathe through their butt or something.
Yeah, and I watched a documentary about that when I was a little kid. I'm pretty sure that is what triggered my lifelong fear of like frogs and lizards and stuff. Because it was so disgusting that I nearly threw up.
God,
so there's a personal story for Twitch.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's really gross. So you get to Gen 7, right? Special membrane all of a sudden turns into special mucus.
That's not nearly as pleasant. Or, where does the mucus come from? Is it secreted by that motion that you're doing?
Oh. Someone in the Twitch said that you're hot.
Oh, okay.
And I'd like to ruin that by me just going. Yeah.
Yeah. Just think about the mucus being secreted from Aloma Loma Lola.
Yeah. Think about my special tumor mucus. The reason I use that picture as well is because the first Pokemon Ash saw in Unova was Alamora, which is really funny to me that he gets introduced to this new area.
Wow, I mean, this amazing, incredible duration. Look.
Mucus!
Do you think he saw it and it's like, that fish looks fucking feral, why did we come here?
He just turns around and
leaves. He just turns around, he's like, actually, fuck this.
So the 3D sprite, which is the next picture, is way worse. I don't know if GIFs will show up. It shows up on
It shows up on either... Oh, boy.
Yeah, the 3D...
Yeah, it does. It does. It definitely...
Yeah, the 3D one's way worse.
What is it doing? It just sort of vibrates.
At least it's not secreting mucus.
At least there's not some sort of disgusting liquid dripping off it.
At least.
Do you reckon... Okay. A very important question is... Because in my mind, it's like the mucus that comes out of the alien's mouth in Alien. That kind of like glucosey looking syrupy crap.
Yeah, I guess so. I actually hadn't thought about it too hard because
it's mucus, yeah.
Because it's tumor mucus, so I didn't think about where it was coming from too hard. Like the membrane is fine. Like fish have skin. I can imagine that it heals. It's cool. It's like a little heart thing. That's fine.
And then mucus.
And then.
And then we had to improve it. We had to make it better.
It took two generations to get to mucus as well. So it's based on like it takes a couple of different things from different fish, but mostly it's based on the ocean sunfish. Its name comes from mola mola, which is the scientific name for an ocean sunfish.
Oh.
I gotta talk. Ocean sunfish are fucking rad. Do you want to get the next picture?
Oh yeah, I totally do because I know what sunfish looks like.
Yeah. It doesn't really show you the scale, but they're like super
they're
cool.
Fucking big.
They can weigh between 247 and 1,000 kilograms.
Yes, yeah, they're big fucking fish. I remember my old man, because he's super into going on boats and yachts and stuff. It's been like, if you hit one of these, like your boat will break.
You'll die.
If it's your rudder, you're fucked.
It's basically like a floating mine in the ocean. No, I think they're harmless. I don't think they attack people, but no. I have no basis on.
No, I think you're correct on that one.
Yeah, so it's also most of its body is made of bone tissue rather than cartilage, unlike most fish. Which is why it weighs so much. There you go. Here's your bloody biology.
Fish facts. Some fish facts to go with our Pokemon facts.
And I don't know why they won't. If you want to go to the next slide, it's got a bit of a scale compared to a person. You can see how fucking huge they are.
All right. Yeah, they're big fish.
Yeah. So I don't really know why they went for the whole theme about it healing. I guess because I don't know. Someone
suppose it's like a gentle giant type thing.
Yeah, but I thought they could have gone for like a is it a nurse shark?
Yeah, that. Like, oh my god! Imagine a shark that just helped you. Like a whale shark. Imagine if they made it a whale shark sized thing though. That would be so rad.
Yeah. Nurse sharks look like typical sharks. There should also be a basking shark Pokemon, which is not a friendly looking thing. It looks like a demon. But I think that's perfect Pokemon fodder.
Nintendo, hire us, please.
Just hire me.
Yeah, hire you actually.
No, that's an incredibly rude thing to say. Yeah, there's a thing called a Doctor Fish, which I think they like clean out pools and stuff.
Okay.
Which they could have gone for, or a Nurse Shark, which I think would have been best. I don't know why they went for the Ocean Sunfish. They could have gone for like maybe like a water and a fire Pokemon with the whole sun thing.
That could have been pretty cool.
I don't know. You got to think about that a bit harder, but that's my idea.
The possibilities are endless.
Speaking of ideas, that comes to the end of my Alamomola section. Obviously, one-star Pokemon. I hate it. Looks like a big tumor. Is actually in the running for probably one of the worst Pokemon I've ever seen.
Yeah, it doesn't really have any redeeming qualities.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, by the way. Great to see you.
Hi, Tom.
Excellent to see. So do you have anything else to say before I swiftly move?
Look, I don't want to dwell on Alohomora any more than we really need to, but I'm glad. I feel like this is the first time we've truly agreed on how irredeemably just there's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. And I don't like it.
So to transition in between segments, there's a thing about fish Pokemon, right? That every generation there seems to be 1 or 2 or 5 new fish Pokemon. It feels like they have to shove them in there. And in terms of creativity, I feel like fish Pokemon usually scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Don't have a lot to work with.
Worse than generic bird Pokemons.
I can't wait till we make an episode on generic bird Pokemon.
Yeah. It's coming.
Ray wants us to make Alomomola stop looking at us like that, which I think is a very valid request because it's giving you the eye. But that's the point, Ray. It's Valentine's Day. Get sexy.
Valentine's. So I've put together, if you want to go to the next slide,
the top 10 worst fish Pokemon.
The top 10 wish. Spoiler: number 1 is Alamomola. However, I think there might be a fish Pokemon that's worse. We'll get to it.
We'll get to that. There. Okay. All right.
It's pretty fucking horrible. Okay.
Next.
Number 10, if you could. Seeking. Okay. Controversial choice just to start off things. Seeking isn't that bad. It's ugly. However, it's warranted a place on the list because I think it really started it's like the very first useless fish Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd agree with that assessment because I actually really like how Goldeen looks, except for the weird fucking horn. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
But I like it's like a kind of like a koi fish looking thing, and I really like that. But it just sucks. Like you never use it. It's just a bad Pokemon to use in the game.
Just purely sucks. I should also say with this list, this top 10 list, I was very kind.
Oh, okay.
I was very kind.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day?
No, just because I was putting together a list and that's just how it worked out. But there's if your pick for worst Pokemon isn't on here, it's because I was very kind.
Okay.
Also, Seeking, even though it's on this list, by our star ratings, Seeking is a 5 because it was a meme. Fuck yeah, Seeking.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well.
So Seeking's a 5, so redemption.
Yeah.
Next slide, please.
Next slide for you.
Okay.
What is this Pokemon?
This is Relicanth from Gen 3. Pretty sure you can only catch it when you're diving.
Okay.
Which is one negative.
Wait, you can dive? I didn't play Gen 3.
Oh yeah, you it's a you just like go to a bottom C part and anyway.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter too much. Relicanth isn't that bad. It's a rock Pokemon. It's supposed to be like an ancient, like dinosaur, old time fish. It's not that bad. It's pretty ugly, but that's sort of what they were going for with a fish that lives at the bottom of the sea.
Yep, all makes sense so far.
It also earns. It's on the list because you need one to get the Reggies in Gen 3. Reggie Ice, Reggie Rock, and Reggie Steel.
Okay, so it is useful at least.
Yeah, and Dominic, I have no idea what the red dot is for.
It's just something that we can to read Braille.
Let's just move on.
Yes.
Next one is where it's going to get dicey. I actually think I should have put this way higher.
Yikes!
On the left is Huntail, and the other one's Gorbis.
They're both so visually offensive. Well, I think Gorbis not so much. What? Wait,
yeah.
Gorbis has fucking Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Boob shells?
Why the fuck does it have those?
It's the word you're looking for, boob shells?
It is. It is. Why does it need to have that? Why is it wearing a... Why?
So both of these go together because they evolved Clamperl, and they're both useless. But Huntail is way worse. I should have put him higher on the list. Look at it. Yeah.
I don't like it. Again, very few redeeming qualities.
Next one, if you could.
Fucking Barboach. Is that what it's called? Barbaroach?
Yeah, Barboach. Just useless.
Yeah.
I think Wishcash, which is the Pokemon evolves in, is okay. It's obviously supposed to be a catfish, and it does what it was asked to do, and it pulls off the job fine.
This looks like a bacteria to me.
I was thinking more of like a silver, which is a Pokemon later on.
It just looks like a krill. I don't really know what krill look like. That's what it. But this is when I sum it up. What I think a krill is. I see Barboach.
I see. I get it. I totally get it. Next one, I couldn't really. I think this one should have gone down, and I don't really know why. I just don't like this Pokemon. Wishy-Washy. Might be because it's called Wishy-Washy.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair reason.
Yeah, I don't like the whole form thing. Anyway, let's move on. I don't.
Do you want to stop looking at it? You want me to change the slide?
It's actually not ugly. It's actually fine to look at.
Yeah.
I'm reconsidering its spot on the list.
I don't mind the evolution, but I don't like how it's just kind of like it's kind of got that dopey looking mouth. Wishy-Washy, the little one.
Yes. So the thing is, it's not an evolution.
Oh.
It's school form.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of rad. Can you catch it in school form though, or does it?
I think it's like after it gets below a certain amount of health, it reverts to the form on the left. I think that's how the mechanic works. I haven't played Gen 7 enough.
Because that's pretty cool, even if it does have a derpy little look on its face.
The next one though, every time I look at this Pokemon, it like enters my mind and then leaves on straight away. I don't know what's going on. It's not interesting. It's got the thing going on, I think from Gen 4, it's like it has different colors in different regions.
I actually remember, this is the male is red and the female is blue.
Okay. The regions is the next one.
Yeah. And I will say, I completely agree. They are kind of forgettable, but I do really like it because it looks kind of cool. Because it's like not just a boring fish, it's like a spiky fish. It looks like it could actually go me if it really wanted to. Whereas all the other ones just kind of look like I'm a fish in the sea. I'll probably bite a hook because I'm a dumb idiot. This is like, no, I'll snap your fishing line in half with my spiky things.
But it's not very powerful. It doesn't evolve into anything.
Tom says that Red looks like he left his wallet at home. It's definitely a vibe. Just, oh no.
Do you want to go into the next one, which is this is what
gross.
I was talking about.
I hate it. Please.
Every time I would see these guys when playing the game, I was just like, I don't like looking at them. This makes me uncomfortable. And I also deliberated whether sea slugs should go in there or not. I think so.
I think so. They're deeply unsettling. I don't know. I think this is just a thing with me though. I generally don't like when they have these sort of turned down mouths, like how Wishy-Washy's got it. These two have it too. They've just got this kind of like look on their face, which I guess is a fish look. but
I think they could be cute. The color schemes on both of them are way off.
Yeah, and they need cuter eyes. Like if they want to be cute, they've just got these weird fucking alien-looking things.
The one on the left looks like Napolitan ice cream.
It does. Napolitano.
The one on the right, green and blue just doesn't go well together unless you've got like a water and grass Pokemon, in my opinion. Lovecraftian Lugia. I like it.
Correct. It's too lumpy.
Next one is Familiar Face.
Oh. I still hate him. Still would spend 45 minutes dunking on him.
This is number 3, by the way.
Number 3? Could be higher. But that's just my opinion.
Well, wait till you see the other 2.
Okay.
We've talked about this.
We've talked about him. So yeah, you could watch our episode 2, I think it was.
Next, number 2 might actually be the worst one.
Oi!
I'd like to see the chat's opinion on this one. Ew. Called Bruxish, and
it's called what? Sorry, Ruxish.
Bruxish. Bruxish.
Why is it called?
It has an ugly name.
It's the name sounds like the clash of these colours, like an onomatopoeia. It's Bruxish.
That's a great point. The lips. Bruxish. For fuck's sake, I can't even say it now.
This wannabe disco looking fuck. Like he is
it looks
not
like a rainbow paddle pop.
I'd make a rainbow paddle pop if you left it out in the sun and it just sort of melted a little bit.
And I agree, kissing lips and sharp teeth.
Yeah,
the lips and eyes.
The teeth. But I have to think, what else were they going to do if they wanted to have the mouth like that? Like, what were they going to have? Like, imagine if it had human teeth. That would be 100 times worse, I think.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Maybe just, oh god, anyway.
I guess before we move on, and I don't want to make anyone linger any longer than we have to, but it is giving you the eye. It's very Valentine's themed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done this.
Bruxish wants to fuck.
Bruxish definitely fucks.
Oh boy.
Next one's Alohomora, whatever.
Alohomora. Return.
Get out. No one wants to see it looking at us
anymore. No, that's enough. That's
my segment on fish. I only learned what your topic is from your tweet because I didn't even think to ask.
That's okay.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, so I don't have any slides prepared, but I just thought we could just chat a little bit about some things related to Valentine's Day in the Pokemon universe, and the concept of love and attraction in the Pokemon universe. So the first thing I want to bring up is the move Attract, because this is I really like this because like Pokemon breeding is always such like a hand wavy thing because it's Pokemon. Like they're not going to go into the details. Like in the first couple of games, Professor Oak's like, we just need to do more research. Where did this egg come from? We just can't figure it out. Like
let's get our Mr. Mime to fuck a ditto.
I wonder what will happen then. So I thought it was funny how like they just inserted this move where it's like make the other Pokemon horny for you, but in the same breath they're like, oh, the egg. Where did it come from? We just don't know how Pokemon breed. It's such a mystery to us. Also, I want to fuck that Pokemon. Like, it just...
I want that Mr. Mime.
Yeah. So I was looking through... it was a TM for a very long time, and then it got added in to be an actual move that they could learn in Generation 3. And so consequently, the very first Pokemon, or one of the very first Pokemon that actually genuinely learnt Attract was Luvdisc. Yeah. So Luvdisc, Milotic, Skitty, Beautifly, they all learned Attract. So the first Pokemon to learn Attract on their own volition. There's also some other ones where I don't really know why they learned it, like Woobat and Swoobat.
Because they have love hearts.
Yeah, because they have love hearts, so therefore they must be able to force Pokemon to fall in love with them. That makes sense. And interestingly too, I was trying to find out the very first instance, or what I could determine to be one of the first instances of Attract being moved in the game. Attract being used in the anime. And from what I could tell, it's Gabite. I don't know if you know that Pokemon. It's the one that evolves into Garchomp.
Yep.
Which is not very attractive, and I don't know why he learns Attract or why he got to use it. He got to be the first one to show off this really sexy move, and he's just kind of this chunky looking boy.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. Well, it's in an episode. It's a wild one too. It's not like anyone's trained one. It's in the special. It's like a movie length.
It's a wild one.
Yeah, I know, it's a wild one.
It's not Garbite just wandering around the wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens, and it's in a like it's a special extended episode of it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon episode. So I don't really know anything about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but it's got a wild Gabite that is desperate to fuck.
I am going to seek it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to find this Gabite.
Yeah. There's also some really hilarious art. I'm actually going to bring it up on the I'm going to bring it up on the stream.
Okay. While you do that, I hadn't even thought about these topics.
This piece of art of somebody either being attracted or having a track cast on it. I can't tell, but I just really thought that was funny. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I remember Attract because the goddamn Miltank in the first or second, possibly third gym in it's
Gen
the
2 used one.
It's the third gym.
Yeah, the normal gym.
Yep. So they have you have the flying gym, and then you have the bug type gym, and then you have the normal gym, and then fucking Whitney with her.
Yes, that's it, Whitney. So she would attract and then use rollout on you.
Yeah, it was awful.
God, that's how love is made.
True love. I also would love to talk about just because we talk Attract. The other thing is love in Pokemon. There's a bunch of episodes which derive all from this one episode called Love, Totodile Style, which is the 153rd episode of the anime. And Totodile falls in love with Azumarill in this episode, but he is rebuffed by the Azumarill. And that's kind of the plot of the show, is just this Totodile is like fucking into this Azumarill, but the Azumarill is lovesick over a Golduck that was around, and I think I forget what happens to the Golduck. I'm just trying to skim read because I did read this and I've forgotten what happens to the Golduck, but it disappears. And
the Golduck was already married.
The Golduck was already married, and then the Azumarill didn't want to be a home wrecker because it had, a sense of the right thing to do.
How could I have forgotten that one of the main characters is a sexual predator named Brock?
Yeah, Brock's a little dodge.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, when you watch old episodes of animes from that era and, like, how normalized some of the weird shit that these male characters would do is. It's like, oh, he's just a rascal. He just loves women. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a normal looking dude.
It was the 90s, bruh.
It was the 90s, bruh.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No,
actually there is. That's what. Never mind. Ignore all that shit. Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. There's also another episode of the anime called Love Pokemon Style, which obviously it's a callback to Love Totodile Style. This is just Love Pokemon Style.
Okay.
This had an extremely long summary on Bulbapedia, and I could not be bothered to read it. So I'm just going to recap the major events. And the most important of them is that this is the debut of Slugma in the anime. So there's only one conclusion we can draw from this, and that's that Slugma is...
Fucks.
Slugma gets around, Slugma fucks, and Slugma embodies love, Pokemon style. Nothing else really love-related seems to happen, or at least...
Oh, okay.
Or at least, I'm not going to lie, I could not be fucked to read. There's like 10 paragraphs worth of summary of the battle of what happened.
Okay.
Ash does a battle, I guess, and Slugma was there, so...
I would just still like to say to one of our commenters named Mecha Jesus that Brock does in fact use his frying pan as a drying pan.
I'll use my frying pan as a drying pan.
Good.
Good. So I don't. In all honesty, that was probably all that I could find, I guess, in on love in Pokemon. There's a lot of weird. I think it's like fan fiction or something. That's on Bulbapedia. There's also
or something.
Yeah. There was a book called Pikachu in Love.
Okay.
That was published by Scholastic, so I guess it's family friendly. And the synopsis of the book is, Jesse and James drank Shuckle juice. The juice makes Pokemon fall in love with them. Can Ash find a cure, or will Pikachu love Team Rocket forever? I don't remember ever hearing about Shuckle juice making Pokemon fall in love with them. That to me is not like a Shuckle fact that I was aware of.
No,
Are you aware of that?
No, and also it's kind of insidious, like getting juice out of a turtle. Like, isn't that kind of taboo?
Yeah, well, like, I know that there is a thing about Shuckle, like, having juice inside its shell. Like, I feel like I've read that in, like, a Pokédex entry or something, but the fact that it's like an aphrodisiac juice, that's new to me.
Shuckle's fuck juice.
Call it Fuckle now.
We've got a name for this episode.
Shuckle's fuck juice.
Yeah.
We finally did it.
I've also just looked it up. Apparently, Ash has an actual romance with the character Serena.
Does Ash fuck?
Ash fucks.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm on board.
They share
with
a
that.
kiss in the last bit. Full kiss
It's a little risque.
Uncensored.
Oh.
Hang on, I think they might just show their feet, and it's implied.
It was too risque for the mid-afternoon slot for those small children to be watching.
Oh no, it's not. Unless someone's just fan-arted this.
I mean, given all the sorts of the weird. Oh my god, Brandon, you know what we didn't do?
What?
One of my favourite segments. We didn't look at fan art of a Mega Evolution, if it exists, of a Lomalolola.
Oh, I've seen some. They're good attempts, but it's not exactly working with the best of material, I think. But feel free to start looking some up. I will pull up the Twitch.
Oh no! There's one where I guess they're drawing the mucus, but it looks like porn. So I'm not gonna risk showing that.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of tricky just googling shit on stream, like Pokemon pictures. It shouldn't be as bad as it is.
Yeah,
I could brought up goddamn Zangoose.
I mean, here's one, which, I mean, it's worse. It's 100 million times worse. Because your criticism that it was too pink, they've rectified that, but they haven't.
Yeah.
So they haven't really solved any problems here.
They forgot to make it look good.
Yeah,
which I think is a very integral part.
Yes.
Yeah. So confirmed that. In that video that I looked up of Ash and I already forgot her name, Serena. That video has 5.2 million views, and the top. What am I doing here? And
what am I doing here? Yeah. What are we doing here? There's also this one which looks actually quite rad. Actually, no, it doesn't look quite rad, but it's better than that other one I had up.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for your stream to catch up. That looks more like a love disc to me, and I think you can't be blamed because people seem to associate the two.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So I'm not sharing my page because I've just typed in Pokemon and romance, and boy howdy.
That's probably not something that would be good to share on Twitch.
It's not. It's not like total fuckery. It's just like everything's very tame, and then every now and then it's like, oh, I've seen that now.
Oh, I can't unsee it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How would you like? We have 20 minutes left of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to read Gerard Way in Pokemon?
Sorry, Gerard Way in Pokemon.
Yes, on the My Chemical Romance fanfiction.com.
Oh my lordy lord. Okay, I'm changing the stream title to Gerard Way fucks. Actually, no, maybe I'm not allowed to swear. I don't know.
No.
Gerard Way
No,
in
I think
Pokemon.
Okay. So they've gotten pictures of all the characters. Anyway.
Okay, just describe them to us and we'll have to imagine. Or maybe you can describe it and I'll try and put a relevant image up there.
I can describe it very easily.
Okay.
The picture of Gerard Way is a photo of Gerard from like 2005.
Okay, cool.
The picture of his dad is Giovanni. The picture of his mum is Ash's mum.
Oh my lord.
The second gym leader is Frank from My Chemical Romance.
Oh my god. His dad is Giovanni.
It's confirmed.
Gerard Way's dad is Giovanni. Now we know.
I'm just skimming over this. It looks like this is actually like not the worst writing I've ever seen. Like I haven't seen any typos off the bat, and that worries me. I feel like it's probably written too well to read.
You're worried that the fan fiction is of too high a quality.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm gonna get invested in what happened to Gerard Way on his journey through. He's leaving Hoenn for Kanto, so I'm worried that it's going to be a lot more engaging. I do want to know who they think the first Pokemon that he gets will be.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna. Okay. All right. So what generation are we set in? What generation are we set in?
This is in Kanto, so Gen 1.
Okay. Who would he pick? He would pick
Charizard. Just because I'm just thinking of that emo backstory.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of leaning towards. But then, like, he's kind of a loner, and maybe he'd pick Bulbasaur because he's like the neglected one. Squirtle's cool too, and Charizard's rad, and then there's just Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily has to be one of the starters, but like, I'm trying to think of the most emo Pokemon from Gen.
The most emo Pokemon from Gen 1. Is there anyone? Was there any of those like
Oh wait.
He'd probably get like a coughing or something, or like an Ekans.
Oh, I found it. It's not a Gen 1 Pokemon, it's a Gen 2 Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Or Gen 3. It's Magcargo.
Are you actually shitting me right now?
No.
Gerard Way's first Pokemon is a Magcargo.
Yeah.
Why would he do that to himself? Magcargo sucks. I hate Magcargo.
I have one one excerpt to read out.
Okay.
Okay. This is the first I'll just start from here. Then out of nowhere, a wild Bellsprout appeared. Gerard knew how to take care of this. Magcargo, Fame Thrower, go! That's all I wanted to read out.
He did know how to take care. I mean, he's not wrong. He did use Fire type against a Grass type. Same Tiger type bonus because Magcargo is Fire type.
I guess that's true.
I mean, he's got the makings of somebody who could be a Pokemon champion.
I'm looking at this photo of him for when like the album came out, and he looks like Leon too, and I'm like, that he looks like a gym leader right there.
Okay, hang on.
I don't know if you can pull up a picture real quickly.
I am pulling up a Google search of images of Gerard Way. Okay, so which era Gerard Way? The one that looks like Leon.
It's the last album that they put out before they split up.
Oh, what was that called? I
have no idea.
What was it called? Everyone just the top one is Black Parade. It's not that one. It was the one that was afterwards. The one after Black Parade.
Perfect.
No, it just gave me Black Parade.
5th album.
Gerard Way. What year was it? Like 2011?
It's hard. I feel like I haven't even thought about any of this in my life.
In a very long period of time. Okay, well, just so you know, he had red hair in 2011, apparently.
Yes. It's red hair. He doesn't actually look like Leon. I'm just getting vibes.
I get those vibes.
Oh, Danger Days is what it's called. Thank you, Rihanna. It doesn't matter how much he looks like Leon. What matters is how much he looks like a Pokemon trainer.
He's giving finger guns and he's wearing a sort of leather jacket, and that's close enough to Leon for me.
Yeah, he looks more like a JoJo character.
He does look like he could be a JoJo character.
I'm fucking into that look, by the way.
It's pretty rad.
If you're going to be a rock star, you should look like a JoJo character.
Those fingerless gloves, though, they're straight out of the Ash Ketchum playbook.
Yeah. I think have our cameras freezed again? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. I think sometimes if I press Alt Tab too many times, they
okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Hey, do you want to talk about Digimon for 15 minutes?
Oh. Yes. All right, change the title. Digimon now. Okay, so what specifically though? What about Digimon? Because I don't want to jump the gun about something that I love dearly about Digimon, and that's the Digimon movie. But I feel like that might be the easiest to talk about, just briefly.
Okay. Type in Renamon before you do that.
Don't do it on the one that's being streamed.
No, I was going to say it's mostly okay. For the top line of pictures, the first 6 are okay.
Okay, that's okay.
7th?
I've already expanded. No, I already got something that I can see something that I don't want to see, but that's fine. I feel like if I just leave it here, I'm just gonna have to resize the window. Yeah, I have to resize the window. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
What I was going to point out was that it takes 7 pictures for some lewd images, and then after that it's just like all bets are off and just goes into fucktown.
It's really like this is, and you know what we should do? We should talk about Digimon briefly, and then we can talk about what we're going to talk about next week, because we're going to have a special guest this week who couldn't because it's his birthday. I mean, how dare he have his birthday on the day that we wanted to stream? It's just inconsiderate. But we were going to have a special guest, and we were going to talk about like furries and Pokemon specifically. So we were going to focus on the top. I think we were going to do like a top 10, like, or Pokemon that like are furry bait. I think, is that the way we were going to do it?
Yeah, I wasn't going to necessarily do them ranked, but go through the top ones, the most obvious ones, and sort of talk about them each on their own merits in terms of how good they are by themselves and also how good they are on the furry scale. If Renamon was a Pokemon, it'd be a 10.
It would be a fucking 10. It would be a 10. And it would be a 5 out of 5. Look at it.
No, it would be a 10 out of 5.
It would be a 10 out of 5. He's wearing fucking gloves. Look at that
the
shit.
Gloves have... Look at that shit!
Look at that shit!
The gloves have, like, yin-yang symbols on them, which is very interesting. A Pokemon would never do that. It's a very, like, small detail on a glove.
Digimon went a little bit harder. Like, Pokemon always seem extremely organic. Except for the ones that are inanimate objects, obviously. But, like, whenever they feel like, I feel like whenever they do like a from scratch one, they always look very organic, whereas Digimon like have clothes and weapons and shit and like armor and stuff, which just makes them look 100 times cooler most of the time.
Yeah, there's some hectic stuff going on there. Like this that are like so cool in the most edgelord, lamest way possible.
What's that one? What's that angel one?
Angelmon.
Who could have foreseen this? Okay. Angelmon. Because he, like, digivolves into this fucking sick-looking guy.
Yeah.
That's just the normal guy. Wait, and then there's the girl, too.
I want to point out with Renamon that Google comes up with some suggested words after that. And 1, 2, 3, 4... The 5th suggestion is inflation. It gets there so quickly. It just ramps up so hard.
Yeah, that's...
Look, I'm the most sex positive person in the world. It's totally
Bold
fine.
claim.
I'm up there.
You're up there. Yeah.
I don't know if anyway, I'm on a good level. I'm just pointing this out in terms of just how fast it accelerates into horniness with Digimon and Renamon in particular. Lucario is the same. If you want some Renamon and Lucario cross art, it's very easy to find, particularly even if you're not even trying to.
At least though, like if I search for Lucario, I just see pictures of Lucario. I don't.
Yeah.
Although the very first thing, I don't know if it's going to be visible on Twitch. It has those little buttons at the top for you to click on, like suggested additions. The very first one is thick. So
yeah, that's where
Lucario's out there to get thick. That's what the people want to see.
That's where inflation was. It's got a big fit. I'm so glad you're streaming this.
There's also a suggested one for Lucario Fat, and I am petrified. I want to click on it, but I'm petrified to click on it.
Do not do that.
You can see it here. Now, you can see it there.
I can see it. I can feel it.
You can feel it through the screen.
I can feel it invading my space.
Yeah.
But there's something that, like, I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to Digimon on stream again, unless we do this next week. Digimon has this real weird thing going on with poo, which isn't my favorite thing to talk about. But I don't understand where it comes from. I think it's probably because they started off life as Tamagotchis, and so clearing
and Tamagotchis have to poo everywhere.
Yeah, so for some reason that became ingrained into like their nature and like the nature of Digimon.
Yeah, actually, now I come to think of it, there was poo in the movie. I remember that.
Yeah. I do have a list of articles that I want to write one day, and one of them is about this topic. So you might you might see that in the future. Who knows?
There might be a recurring topic that comes back for us later.
But there's a Pokemon. It's called Numamon. It's like the creepy little slime thing. If you want to look it up, and I think you get that from like having too much poo.
Yeah, I remember that thing. It's terrifying.
Sorry, there's Numamon, which is like tame compared to the actual poop one, which is called Sukamon, which is fucking like the most nightmare fuel you'll ever see. Like worse than the slime ball.
What? This thing? He's fine.
Yeah, no, way worse than that.
Wait, so it's not Sukamon, isn't the poo one?
Sukamon.
Oh, right. Whoa.
Oh. Just waiting for the
screen to Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who did this?
Digimon man.
Oh no.
It's pretty horrible, isn't it?
Holy shit, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I remember...
I'd like to go back to looking at a
Yeah, that's actually...
I'm going to close that. That's goodbye. We can go back to looking at a Loma because that was too much. That was awful.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got to understand why Digimon's all about this.
They're all about this. Why are you like this?
Digimon is Digimon Japanese? I feel like it is.
Yeah.
See, I've got like kind of obsessed with Digimon, particularly later in my 10 years. I feel like because when I was a kid, you might not have been able to tell that I fucking loved Pokemon. It was my absolute I love Pokemon really dearly. However, at the same time, I also feel like I have a bit of a what's the word? I don't know. But I always try to like root for the underdog. I'm a bit of a hipster like that. I like to
from
root
a young,
for the
even as a young lad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I also really like Digimon as well, and I want Digimon succeed as well. And I never knew when the TV show was on. I had a Digimon. I had Digimon World on PS1. It was a fucking great game. It's actually probably bad in hindsight. But yeah, I got really fascinated with Digimon. I think the only way I could really experience through video games as well. But to this day, I'm still really interested. And I've watched the first movie. I've watched a couple of episodes of the anime, but that's it. I just have this.
Something I have to bring up about the movie. Sorry, I have to. I can't bite my tongue on this.
Absolutely.
So I had the movie on some form of medium that I was able to watch many times as a child. I guess it was VHS at that point. And I remember even as a kid thinking it was a little bit weird how like the start of the movie is about Tai having Agumon, and like then he like kind of hulks out and turns into Greymon, and then that's like the first part of the story, and they're kind of rampaging in Tokyo, and Tai's like a small like baby boy at this point. And then like halfway through the movie, like there's just this random blonde kid that just turns up, and they're like, we're friends now. And then in the last third of the movie, they're like inside the internet. And I remember thinking it was firstly the most awesome thing in the entire world, but B, I don't really know why they did all these different things, and that's because there were 3 movies. There were 3 Digimon movies, 3 separate Digimon movies in Japan. One about Tai being a young lad and having it rampaging in the city. One about the kid in America, and then something to do with the internet. And then they just stitched them together and were like, here's one English movie that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, really?
Have fun. Yeah. So that's not... There's actually more than one Digimon movie that went into the one that we all saw, because when they made it for the West, they just sandwiched these other pieces of Digimon media together and just sort of went, there you go. There's a Digimon movie for America. Have fun.
Interesting. I did not know that. I've seen that movie, and it makes a lot with that knowledge.
Yeah, it makes more sense now. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
I have 2 takeaways from that movie. Obviously, we'll be doing some sort of episode about the Digimon movie. Maybe if we ever get sick of Pokemon, we can just evolve this into like that sort of the vibe like Digimon, but also like mascot, video game mascots. Anyway, the 2 things that I take away: one, there's that scene when they're in the internet and there's going around in the background for no reason.
Sorry, there's that scene where what? Sorry,
they're inside the internet.
Oh yeah.
And in the background, there's all these horses like going around. I'll have to find a picture of that. So it makes more sense.
Yeah.
The other is that the soundtrack has All Star and 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies on it.
It
2
does.
Extremely meme-worthy songs, all on the same soundtrack.
It also has like this really shitty cover of Kids in America.
It sure does.
It's a really, really bad cover.
Yeah. I watched that movie maybe 5 years ago, which is it's sort of not really fresh in my memory, but I will watch it any day of the week.
Yeah, it's fresh enough.
Fresh in our heart.
Fresh in our hearts. Careful, you're getting a little bit too close to that Woolworths branding. Fresh in our memories.
Dominic, Digimon Rumble Arena. Fuck yeah. That game is great. It's probably not good in hindsight, but I love that game so much. It's sort of like it's like a 2D fighting game, sort of mixed with some Smash elements.
It sounds extremely promising.
Yeah, you can only have 2 characters on screen there. Also, when I went to New York, there was like the PS3 sequel, and I bought it, and I only played it for a couple of seconds, and was like, "This is terrible." But I'm gonna have to go revisit it. Maybe I should play it on stream.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be really cool.
What was I gonna say? Oh yes. So the other film that we need to do at some point is Pokemon I Choose You.
Yep.
Is that what it's called? The
what?
reimagining of first season. I got it on Blu-ray. It's fucking hilarious.
Pokemon I Choose You. That's not. Oh yeah, I know this one. Yeah.
Yes, it's the one where Pikachu talks.
I can't fucking wait for Detective Pikachu.
That's right.
I did talk about this last time. I just want to bring that up again because I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm hyped as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should wrap it up.
I think we should. So
yeah.
What did we agree then for Alomalolola?
In terms of rating?
Yeah, it's a 1.1.
It's a 1.1.
The 1.1.
0.1 for being a palindrome.
That's not good. 1 for being a Pokemon. Oh wait, no, that was the old rating. No, that is 1 for being a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And 0.1 for having a palindrome name.
Yes.
That's all we can say.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for chatting along. It warms the cock heart. Very much appreciated for chatting and watching.
Yes, no, thank you everybody for joining. That was a very fun stream.
Except that guy who's being a fucking creep.
Yeah, except that guy who, yeah, that was too much. That was too much.
Have a good pokey time.
Have a good pokey time, everybody, and I hope you have a good pokey time. I was going to say something about have a good Valentine's Day and something about Aloma Lola and mucus, but I can't string a sentence together. Day. And Pokey Times Day. Don't get any mucus on you.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Still good advice. See ya.
Bye.